everyone, I'm back with another make. So soon, I hear you say, well, yes. Easter holidays, what can I say? Easter break, so it's time off to actually sew. Today I have made, well, the last couple of days I've made this one here, which is New Look 6434, and I wanted to do the sleeve here. The pattern actually called for quite a lot of fabric, but I chose this gingham, which is just a cheap, I think it's like a poly gingham, and I got it for 1.5 meters. It was the end of a roll, so I had asked the lady in the shop whether I could have, you know, how much there was on there. She gave me a bit of a discounted price, but the most I could have was 1.5 meters. The only problem is that it did cause issues when I was doing the sleeve. I did post on Instagram and on Facebook. It was really tight under the arm, and I found that across here it was just really tight. I made the size according to the finished bust and waist and hip measurements, but obviously I am bigger on the arm than what that pattern piece suggests, but because I didn't have any extra fabric, I thought, oh no, what am I going to do? So I shortened it and just sort of cut it and pieced it together just to like fit it to me, until someone then suggested, why didn't I do a godette where I could then put a panel in and put it under the arm and no one would know. And I could have done that because I had a small strip of the gingham fabric left over, but I'd already cut it. I'd already cut the sleeve and I'd then recut it to make it smaller, so I couldn't really do anything else with it. Anyway, I managed to get it to fit. I used the seam was 5/8 of an inch is what they recommend, but I used 3/8 of an inch because it was a little bit snug. So I did that all over, and then on the sleeve I did a 5/8 of an inch at the top, so I didn't have so much of like a puff coming out here. I did that as 5/8 of an inch and then narrowed down that bit there to 3/8 of an inch. And it seems to work fine. You might think, what on earth is this strange thing here? I don't know if you can zoom in. I had some embroidery stitches on my machine, so I thought, hey, why not? I'll give it a go and do some embroidery, because that's like on trend. Anyway, it does look a bit strange. My husband's like, what's that? So I was like, oh well, never mind. You live and you learn. I'm quite happy with the pattern. It did call for an elasticated loop at the back, which I hadn't bought any because I hadn't read that far on the note. I'm really bad on like reading in the notions what you need in a pattern. I have a tendency to think, oh yes, I've got like a mini haberdashery, which I don't. So what I did was I made my own loop, turned it inside out, and then stitched that on, and then the only black button I could find was a huge one, but I thought actually it was quite like a statement button. So here we are. The only thing is that the sleeves are riding up a bit on the inside. They probably just need a press, and I think it's the seam allowance. I think I need to iron it upwards. I think it's catching on that. Overall though, I am quite happy with that. And you can see it here and here. You will notice actually when because it was a little bit snug, I had to do a split hem. So I did a split side seam, and I probably should have split it up a bit higher than what I did, but I'd already shortened the bodice piece on the pattern because I'm only like 5'3½". I have to shorten most, or if not all, bodice pattern pieces, so I shortened it by about an inch, I think it was. And obviously the sleeve has been shortened, but actually it worked out quite well, because so perhaps I think if I hadn't have fiddled around with sleeves, they would have been a longer length, which actually I'm quite happy with. The ruffle, I'm quite happy with the length that this finishes at, and it's quite, I can move around in it. I nearly dislocated my shoulder trying to get it on and off, but actually it was okay. So overall, I would say I'd recommend this pattern if you want to, but especially it's the big thing of having sleeve, you know, a big flouncy sleeve at the moment. If you follow me on Instagram, which is Halesmore7, you will see all my in-between photos of when I make makes, and not everything gets made or put on the channel. You may have seen a sneak peek of something on my dressmaking dummy, and that is a pleated skirt which is currently waiting to have its zip put in, so that's just sort of pinned to the dummy in a minute. And thank you for watching. I really hope that you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit subscribe. I would love it if you subscribe to my channel as well. So until next time, bye.